because see, I am sitting with a fashion icon myself every single morning, and that's none other than my good friend Robert
I
Earl
was finna
Jenkins.
say, who you talking about?
And
I
and
want to meet them
and
because I
and
like clothes.
and because we're sitting with the fashion icon, it would be so apropos that we would definitely bring my good friend. I'm gonna put a picture up there right now. My good friend, Sister Jackie, on the line today. Sister Jackie, how you doing? Up, you gotta unmute yourself, darling. Unmute yourself. Yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Here I am.
There
Here
you
There
I
you
go.
go.
am. Here I am.
How
Can
are
you hear me?
you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
Well, man, woman, saint of God. You know what I'm saying? I am doing outstandingly fabulous, and I'm so glad that we are reconnecting. For those of you that don't know Jackie, I want you to introduce yourself because you go all the way back in the day when we first started off in this neck of the
Oh
woods.
God.
So let's
All
introduce
the way
yourself,
back.
and then I want you to introduce this fabulous person that you bring into the city of San Diego.
Oh my God. I don't know who I go further back. I can say I go further back with you, um, you, sir, than I go back with Earl. I'm gonna start
That's
with you,
Jackie.
Dr. Leonard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Hi,
I
Earl.
couldn't I couldn't recognize you with the hat on. Oh my God, how you doing? We go way
I
back.
go so far back in San Diego because, first of all, God brought me here in the late 80s because I was in the Navy. So I
Yes.
am a very proud Navy veteran. And then when I got out the Navy here, because I was stationed at 32nd Street Naval Base, and then I was in Imperial Beach. And then I got out the Navy, and then I was working at 92.5 back in the day, when it was owned by my man that he just passed away too. I mean, he was like a dad to me.
Dr. Morrow.
Willie Morrow.
That Yes, sir, yes, sir. I was so saddened to hear that he passed away. Because when you would go over to his office, he would keep you there all day because he had to feed you and he had to tell you everything that was going on in his life and his beautiful wife and everything that was going on over there. And then I worked at KIFM, and then so I go back in the day. And then I left San Diego, and I came back, and then I worked for the gospel radio station, with Preacher Man. And
Yep.
Hmm.
so, and that is where I met you, Leonard,
Yes.
back in it, and what was that, 2003, when the Gospel Fest first started up in
Yeah.
2003, 2004. So you and I go all the way back, like 20 plus years.
Yes.
Yes.
Was when I first met you and your beautiful, fabulous wife.
Yes.
Yes.
So we started doing it back at the fair. So you and I go back a ways. And then I met Earl about probably 10 years after that when I started working at at FITM at the fashion school. When I walked into his class, and then he and I got BFFs because I used to come over to his school all the time.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
he was
Yes.
telling me about the fabulous track and field stuff that he was doing over there. So then I ran to him at the church
New
where he was
creation.
doing it off the Keystone over there. So it's like, San Diego is a huge city, but it's small when
Yes.
you have people like us that's doing what we do. So
Yes.
we just ran to each other all over the place. So we was always, what Wendy Williams said, we was dipping in and doing it. We was always running to each other, doing greatness of God.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
could you tell people about your company and what you are up to today? And then I want you to share with everybody about the fashion show and introduce our special guest that's so fabulous right now. Sweetheart, you can leave your camera just the way it is. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay.
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 Cause look at she doing mama duty, and we ain't mad at you.
Right.
Do mama duty.
Right.
Well, Lauderdale Media has been around for over 25 years because I retired from Time Warner Cable because I worked at Time Warner Cable. I started out in Largo, Maryland because I left San Diego in the mid 90s and I moved to Washington, D.C. Actually, Largo, Maryland, right down the street from where the Washington Wizards before they became actually the Washington Bullets before they became the Washington Wizards was in Largo, Maryland. And I moved to Washington D.C. and I went to Philadelphia, and all in the name of Time Warner. And then I stopped doing that. And then Time Warner became Comcast, became Spectrum. And I guess I'm sick of people, ordering my steps. And I'm like, I want God to order my steps.
Right.
So when people just started, manufacturing what they wanted me to do, I'm like, let me just do what I would like to do. So
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
how Lauderdale Media became manifested. And so Lauderdale, people thought that, oh, you lived in Fort Lauderdale. I'm like, no, Lauderdale came from from the projects of Memphis, Tennessee, which is where I'm from. And
Hmm.
Lauderdale is the street that I was born on. So that is my consummate testimony.
Yes.
Lauderdale is the street that I grew up on, right down from the Lorraine Motel, like a couple of miles
Hmm.
where I grew up. And so God has blessed me to work with the fabulous Korto Momolu since 2008. So we'll get into that momentarily. But I have worked for the San Diego Chargers, the Washington Redskins. I've worked with AC Green when I was doing PR. So I've done PR forever and a
I
day.
remember.
We've done so many wonderful and fabulous things together, Kato and I. But we've gone to the Essence Festival. How many times, Kato? She's done a fashion show with Essence. She's been on the cover of
Hmm.
Smithsonian magazine. We've done the Tom Joyner boat cruise like 4 times. And just so you know, Kato, I got an email from them today saying that they missed us on the boat cruise this year, girl. And we were so and so we were supposed to go on a boat cruise this year, but when TV One took over and bought Reach Media, a lot of things changed. So we
Right.
didn't get to go this year, but we were supposed to go.
Hmm.
And so we've been doing all kinds of wonderful and great things together since 2008. But Lauderdale Media has done quite a few things. We've been on reality TV shows. Kato has been on BET many, many times. We actually met in New York when she did Rip the Runway. I'm not
Hmm.
familiar if you guys remember that. But
That's where I
Kato
remember that
has
from.
graced the runways many, many times. And we've done wonderful, wonderful shows all over the world and all over the country. Kato has been in many places that I haven't been. She's been many places all over the world. And I think she just came back from where did she come back from? She'll probably be more apt to tell you than me because she travels more abroad than I do. But we've done so many wonderful, fabulous things, and we're not gonna stop. So, and we're bringing Fashion Teen to San Diego in about a month from now, and because she's never done a fashion show here, and I know if you are a fashionista like she and I are, you will remember Ebony Fashion Fair.
Yes,
So we
ma'am.
wanted to bring a small portion of that to San Diego because once you've been to a Kato Lulu show, baby, you have been to a fashion show because she will bring it to you. So we're looking forward to doing that because she's never done a fashion show in San Diego,
When
and
is
we
it?
need models.
When,
So if you can do your
this month?
thing on the runway, and you're in the mirror, getting dressed and what goes with what, and you think that you have what it takes to do come down the runway, then email me at Jackie at Lauderdale Media or at fashionteeth.com because we need models, all shapes, sizes, heights. We need 5 men and about 10 to 15 women.
Okay,
So
Hmm.
email me
now,
because
now
we
let me let me interrupt. My sister, you're leaning on one side.
Korto.
Your camera has got you up and down instead of wide.
I know. I'm
There
on
you go.
my phone. I'm
Stay
Stay
sorry.
right
right
there.
there.
Stay
Stay
right
right
there.
there. Just keep it
Can I
just
just
like
stay
that.
here?
Stay
Okay.
right
Stay
there.
right
It's
there.
weird on the phone. I'm not on my computer.
Okay.
Right.
Like you
So,
said, I'm doing
mommy duties.
yes.
Yeah.
And at first it actually flipped. It was doing it perfect for you.
Okay.
I don't know
So
what's going on this morning. But
It's
how
okay.
y'all doing?
We
we
good.
doing good now. Can I talk about you real quick?
Talk about her.
Can I talk
Yes.
about her?
Yeah, but be nice.
Okay. I gotta be
That's what I
nice.
mean.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that we are excited about you coming and bringing your energy to the city of San Diego. I celebrate you because even though you doing mommy duty this morning, you look
Yes, you do.
fabulous, and
Thank
I
you.
I, I
I tried
thank
this
God
morning.
that that Jackie and you are coming because Jackie just went real quickly over we're looking for models. Now, Jackie, we got to do a big thing. Look, we doing a casting call for those of you all that think you are able to rip the runway with this international phenom. They're getting ready to
Hmm.
give you an opportunity, both males and females of all shapes and sizes, to
yes,
be a
sir.
part of an international phenom fashion show. It's not just, and I want to say this again, it's not the church fashion show, y'all.
Not at all.
It is a high level fashion show. It's
Yes.
like they're bringing that New York, Paris,
Los Angeles.
that fashion week
Hmm.
to San Diego. They're going to be transforming the room, and they ain't even called me for the transformation yet, but I'm gonna talk to them about it later. But what I'm saying is that this is big. So I want you all to just, before you just talk about the event. I really want you to talk about the casting call and how important it is for those that really are inspiring to be in this industry.
Cattell,
Yes,
let me
you
just
know, a lot
interject
of
for you.
times.
Go
Mhm.
ahead, Cattell.
I'm gonna
I
get
was gonna say a lot of times, I get a lot of hits on Instagram, Facebook. Hey, when you come into my city, can I model for you? This is the opportunity. If you're listening, and it might not even be you who's listening. Maybe it's your cousin, your sister, somebody you know. When you see them, you're like, you should be a model. I need you to get them together, send them to the casting, and let them come model for me. A lot of these opportunities are not just for that day. Sometimes that spark happens when you're on the runway and you're doing it amazing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to New York for Fashion Week. You should come with me. Or I'm going to London. And I've had a lot of opportunities where I've offered to the models who I know I see they have it. And I'm calling them saying, hey, I'm going to be in your area. I'm doing this here. And they'll fly and come to these places for the opportunities that honestly they don't have access to. So I've had models hit me up from Dallas randomly on Instagram and send me an email and say, hey, I would love to model for you. And I'm like, yeah, sure, come on. And one of them actually flew from Dallas last year, and she got to open my show at New York Fashion Week. And that was huge for her because that opportunity opened up so many other opportunities. And now she's flying all over the world. She recently got signed to an agency. So opportunities exist. And I think when they come, especially in areas where things like this don't happen, you have to step out on faith. You have to walk the walk, literally in this case,
that's right.
and but talk the talk and push yourself out there and try something different. You've been trying, you've been doing it, but a lot of times God's just waiting on you. You sitting at the house dreaming about being in the runway. You sitting about at the house thinking about how you could be the next fashion model, but you've done nothing to go towards that goal. Well, this is that opportunity, and it's once in a lifetime. So come through, come holler at me. If you fool with me, you love me so much. You see me on the runway show. This is your opportunity to step out on faith and come get on this runway with me.
So
And that's the end of the sermon.
I'm gonna ask this question. I want to know the origin of your name, where you be from,
Yes.
and who your mama and them is.
Well, I'm originally from Liberia, West Africa. So Kato is actually, I'm named after my grandmother. And yeah, I've lived in Liberia, I lived in Canada, I've lived in the U.S., all over the world, and my parents are Mary and Clarence Momolu, and proud African parents. I'm still a very proud African girl. That's why I always use my cultural roots in what I make. My clothing, my hats, just my whole vibe is always going to be African no matter where I go. I always represent hard. I got teased for this name. I got teased for being who I am growing up. So I'm kind of using it now to flip it. Like y'all tease me, but now y'all fans of mine. Y'all follow me on the socials. So you have to take what was negative and make it positive at all times. But I think when people see that you're proud of who you are, it takes away the sting from whatever it is they're trying to throw at you.
Well,
Right.
I want to just tell you. Let me get this beef off of me
Oh
right now.
God.
I'm gonna deal with this beef, and as we get rid of the beef, we'll be fine. Okay. People are already hitting us up online,
We need to
saying
know.
saying I love that hat. And so the people want to know if you got a fashion line where they can go buy the stuff because they all up in
Yes.
in the DMs right now. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's the first. That's my only
Thank
beef.
you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And yes, the hats are for sale. You can go to my website. This dope hoodie that I have on, you can get as well. It has like zippers on the sides here, so you can open it up and get you some little air when it gets a little hot. But my whole flavor, my whole vibe, KortoMomolu.com. Yeah, rocking something a little different and switching it up. And those are the things you're gonna see at the fashion show. Things
And then she's
that you
gonna have
see
merch to sell
everywhere, but
too.
with a different flavor. Yeah.
She's gonna have merch to sell too. Let me tell you a quick little story. When we was on the first, was it the first or second boat cruise? Cato, that the that the retailers on the boat cruise got so mad at us that they made her move her vendor tables away from in front of their retail shops because she was outselling them.
Wow.
Mhm.
And then they made us put her stuff in the stores. So, because people was not going into the stores, they were stopping outside the for her tables only and not going into the shops
Mhm.
because she sold out all of her stuff. And then they made us put our stuff in their stores so they could at least come in the shops.
Mhm.
Wow.
So to get their stuff as well as her stuff. So she sells
Yeah.
out all of her stuff wherever we go. When we went and she spoke at San Diego Community College a couple of years ago, post COVID,
Hmm.
she sell out all of her stuff. And let me tell you, the Dean Laurie, they are a huge supporter of ours. She bought most of the stuff.
Wow.
And Cato stuff has been featured on The Young and the Restless. She's had, her stuff has been in several hundred dealers all over the country right when she got off of Project Runway. So, she's been in the game. And what is that song? Every day we hustling.
Yeah.
We're out here doing this
Oh
thing.
yeah.
We've been, doing it. We've been on this game and on this road for a very, very long time. And so, not only that, we're looking for other wonderful Afrocentric, people that are, vendors and other
I'm gonna find them
designers
some.
to
I'm gonna find them
come
some.
out and preclude Cato. If you want to come out and you want to showcase your fabulous designs before Cato, is the
That's the win
headliner,
exit.
hit me
And
up too.
the auditions.
We would
It's not on
love
here.
to. I know there are some wonderful shops and boutiques out in San Diego.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
we would love to see you. We'd love to showcase other designers as well. So hit me up too.
Okay, so let me just say
Yeah.
this. Sidebar. Um, Dean Laurie, that's my cousin. So we good. That's my first cousin.
Yep.
So when you said that, I said I
Absolutely.
already know because she loved good fashion.
Hmm.
Now
Oh yeah.
I want to ask you this. I want you to say your name so I can say it correctly. I want to say it with all the accent that I'm supposed to.
Okay. So it's Kato.
Kato,
Kato.
Kato,
Kato.
Yeah. Momolu. Kato
Mo,
Momolu.
Kato Momolu.
Momolu. Kato Momolu.
That's it. That's it. You
Ooh,
did good.
see,
Yeah.
when you get to say the name, that you get your flirt on there. Say Koto, you know. But so let me ask you this question: When did you start, and how did you get into fashion and all this fabulousness? Did you just wake up and start, and you heard the song Brown
No.
Skin and Chocolate Little Pretty Girl, and you just decided this what I'm gonna do?
Absolutely not. I was awkward and shy. I never used to talk. Like people who grew up with me and went to school with me, like, how did this even happen? Because I never spoke. But I used to get bullied, so I would be real quiet in the corner reading my book. So I figured if I'm over here quiet, they won't fool with me. And in high school, I had an art teacher. I used to take art classes. I've always been creative, so art has always been. If there was like a talent show and people needed costumes, or I was painting my sneakers and my shorts. And I went to like an all girls boarding school for high school, and I used to just walk around just being me, minding my business. And I had an art teacher that saw my work going from just drawing landscaping or trees and fruits in a bowl to drawing clothes, and she really took me under her wing and helped me put a portfolio together. And I applied to like one of the top fashion design schools in Canada, and that's where it started. I got into the school and was able to really pursue my career, going to learn the craft. And after that, I just started doing fashion shows after fashion shows. Any opportunity where something needed to be sold, I was like, I'll do it, just to get the practice. I worked in retail. I'd be looking at the clothes inside out when I'm at work, trying to figure out how they put it together. Like, it was very strategic for me. It was like the hottest store in the mall. I'm like, that's where I need to go work. So really I knew where I had to be, and I placed myself in those things, but I always had a goal to be great. Mediocre was never an option. So I practiced my craft and I put myself out there. So years later, fast forward, I just had my first baby. She was actually 4 months old. I'm sitting there literally breastfeeding her, watching Project Runway, and I'm like, wow, this is an opportunity here that if it's still around when my daughter's old enough, I would love to go on. And when she was 4 years old, I watched the finale, and they just said, do you have what it takes? Do you want to be the next designer? And I was like, yes. I talked it over with my husband. He was like, go for it. And I just went for it. I don't know. I was very audacious with my face over there, but I knew I had something, and I knew what I had was like nothing no one else had. And although I knew I was competing against other people who were just as talented, I knew what I did was different, and no one was going to have that CeeLo or that whole vibe. And when I went on there, I was authentically me, and I was very clear that, look, I want to be on the show, but I'm not about to be, the typical black girl, doing all this all day and trash talking. I said,
Hmm.
now don't get it twisted. Don't come for me because I will come back with you.
Hmm.
But my parents are watching this, my kids are watching this, and I'm an African girl. Like the way we roll, like I'll get this own coming on TV and acting a fool.
Yes.
So, but if that's who y'all want, I'm not her, and just don't cast me because I'm not going to also play that role. I want to be who I am, and I want to represent all these African girls growing up to see, like, this is how you act on TV. This is how a black woman can be. We're educated.
That's right.
We have manners. We have morals, and we don't have to be throwing champagne bottles at each other. Like, I'm going to be that girl. I know it's not a popular girl. Yeah, but that's who I'm going to be. So if you guys want me, that's how you have to take me, and I'll be okay if that's not what you want. And they were like, cool. So I think after that, they made a point of showing who I was, where I came from, my story. And, after leaving the show, I got so many emails. Like, I didn't win my season. I came in second. And I didn't really know what the prize was because I was devastated. But I started getting letters from girls from all over the world just saying, because you did what you did, my mom's going to let me go to design school. Because the gag is African parents don't want their kids doing nothing artistic. They're like, what, you doing what?
Education.
What about being a lawyer or a doctor and all that stuff? So I took a chance, and my parents literally took a chance on me, and I'm glad it worked out. But those are the letters I was getting. Because of you, I want to go and pursue fashion design because inclusion matters, but representation matters even more.
Yes.
When people see you doing something and they're doing it, and then I'm a mom, I'm 33 years old, I have a baby at the house, moms are like, wow, I can still have a career. So I didn't go in it to be a role model, but that's what happened, and that's what God put me in that position to be on this show because that's what happened. And after that, I've had mentees, I've seen baby girls graduate from high school and college, and now they're showing at Fashion Week in Paris, and I'm still in their lives. And just being a mentor to those who thought, because you reach a certain age, it's over. Because you have kids, it's over. Because you're married, it's over. Because you live in Arkansas. Like, I live in Arkansas doing all this. Y'all can do it wherever. And I'm an immigrant. I have to pay for everything y'all have to be where I'm at.
Yes.
So if I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to have that dream, but you got to dream it, and you got to speak it. Because if it's just up in here, it's just a fantasy. You just daydreaming all day. If you've never spoken it, everybody around you don't know you want to be on Top Chef or be a fashion designer or whatever it is you want to do. You've never spoken it out your mouth. No one's going to know. And God's like, okay, well, I'm just sitting there waiting on you to move. You know what I mean? Like, he's ready at all times. But until you dream it and speak it and then start living it and stepping out on faith, and then it's a cycle, you got to repeat it. I always say greatness comes in doses. Like, it doesn't all just come when you turn 21 and graduate from college. You got to work for it. And sometimes it might come in your 30s, your 40s. I'm about to be 50 next year, and I'm still trying to get to where I want to go, but I'm moving, and I'm getting up higher and higher, and each time it's going to get better and better, and there's going to be rejection. I've gotten a million no's, but my yeses have been amazing. So you just got to stay the course, and you got to really want to do whatever it is you want to do, and I want to be the number one African fashion designer that's known when I leave here. I want people to know that I was actually here.
Yes.
So all of that is who I am and what I do, and hopefully somebody listening this morning who's sleeping on themselves, or you got to wake up, or you got to wake up on yourself. You have to be your number one cheerleader and push yourself through. There's some days where I just want to give up. Tell Jackie, I'm done. I ain't doing this no more. And I know I'm just saying it, but you got to just vent, go to sleep, wake up, and be like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. Let's see what the lesson was in that last no. What happened in that last no that I can change and get better and get back on it and keep going. Because every no is not the devil. I always say, the devil, we give him too much credit.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes it be God. God be saying, no, that's not for you.
That's right.
That's not your time.
And
until we realize that, until you realize that, you'll just be going in that circle thinking everything's against you. But sometimes God says, no.
That's right.
That's not for you.
And we've been manifesting for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
Say it,
I used to have a
Jackie.
T-shirt that had that on it because sometimes, you have to manifest in yourself. And I love that gospel song. What is it that sometimes you have to encourage yourself? I love that song.
Yes.
I love it. Love it. Love
Always.
it.
Well, Jackie, this is crazy because I didn't know.
I know, Earl.
I didn't know this was my friend Jackie. We lost contact during the COVID.
Yes.
But we got to reconnect because I'm gonna try to get you a bunch of models to come to this audition.
I would love that, Earl.
My mind is kind of
Awesome. Thank you.
mind is coming. And Cutto, I am tripping out because you always have reminded me of India Arie, and you've always sounded like her when you talk.
Everybody says
I get that all
that.
the time.
It's the truth. And I happen to watch Project Runway. I never watched that show, but when I saw you on there, and I heard your story about you being from Arkansas, and
Yeah.
I was like, Arkansas got Africans because I lived in Arkansas. I went
Yeah.
You're from Arkansas?
I went to college. I'm from San Diego, but I attended Philander Smith, Eric, but I
Okay.
graduated from University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. So,
Wow.
so
Okay.
when you
Golden
said that
Lion.
on there, I started following you and I watched the show, and you were amazing. And I'm tripping because
Thank
I didn't
you.
put the face and the name together until today. So
Thank
Wow.
you. I appreciate that.
you're very
I get
inspiring.
that NDRE all the time. I was at a concert once, and the next day, this lady came up to me and she goes, "Why didn't you sing Brown Skin?" I said, "Girl, you don't want me to sing." You know what I'm saying? She's
Right, right.
hilarious. I've never met her. I get it all the time, but I love her, and like I could have literally be an impersonator when I go to Atlanta and wrap my hair. People be coming up to me, "Can I get your autograph?" I'm
Yep.
like, "I'm Kato," and they'll be like, "Oh, then they'll be like, "Oh my God, yeah." So yeah, it's
And she
hilarious.
wears
One day
that.
we're gonna meet and laugh about it.
She wears those
Yeah,
clothes,
yeah.
the styles too, and her
Uh,
mom designs
her
her
mom designs,
African
yeah,
centric clothes and
Well,
stuff.
yeah,
I think that the next time they come and say, "Why are you saying brown skin?" They say, "Because the money wasn't right, and so I couldn't sing
I'm
that song."
saying.
Right.
But if you have that extra six to $8,000, I'll sing it for you
I'll
right
sing that
now.
one
I'm
song.
singing for you right
That one song.
now.
Yeah.
Now,
right.
So
no,
let
no. When is the
Exactly.
auditions? When, and where, and how? Because I'm writing the information down. I'm finna get on my phone today and call all my friends who are models, aspiring models in
Yes,
LA,
please.
all over. But I just need the information.
Well, they can send me their headshots at Jackie at Lauderdale Media, and or they can just go to fashiontink.com and send it to me at fashiontink at Gmail and just send me all their information.
Okay.
And so
So,
the casting call is basically send your headshot, and then they would then contact you
yes.
and make those things. So that's they said models of all types.
Yeah, because Cato has clothes to for everybody, and that's another thing that I absolutely love
Yeah.
about her. Because we're not about our models actually eat. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
But
Yeah,
we
we
like
don't
you
do
to
the
walk, so I
anniversary.
would take it an extra step. Send that headshot, but maybe send a video of you walking. Show me your
Thank you.
personality. Always go the
Exactly.
extra mile. That's who gets the
Hmm.
job every time.
Okay.
So,
Hmm.
so
Absolutely. We like for you to have a little flair and personality. And you know what, Earl, what you were saying too, that's exactly how Cato and I met. When I started, because I don't really do the reality TV shows, but
right.
I love anything that has to do with fashion.
Me
And
too.
when I saw Cato do that, the dress from the seatbelts, baby, I was locked in. And when she said that she was from Little Rock and I was from Memphis, in which we like are right down the street, I tracked her down in New York. I'm like, oh no, I need to work with this young lady. And so we've been locked in. We've been locked and loaded ever since then, and that was in 2008.
Now,
And
now,
so
Yeah.
yes,
now
so
let me
I'm like
ask you.
Southern girls, like Frankie Beverly says, Southern girls is doing it.
Let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Are you taking young people, like kids, like elementary school age, or are they all older people on this fashion show?
Definitely, I think I would say 16, depending on the height. If you're a tall 16-year-old,
Okay.
and upwards, but mostly 18 and up if
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
But if you have a 16-year-old that's 5'9", 5'10", and she can walk, bring her on.
Okay.
Okay.
And then my next question is, and how soon do you want to meet India Irie, and do you already have something that you want to put her in?
Oh,
I have
India.
something ready at all times to put her in. I want to meet her anytime. I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm
Okay.
ready for love.
That's right. That's what I want.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Don't
that's right
start. Don't
there.
start, because you be sitting up there and you be like, hello? Yes, this is India. India who?
Now, when did you start
They
doing
be
men's
on her
clothes?
Instagram posting about me all the time and tagging me and be like, "You look like Kato." And I was like, "Y'all don't get this woman riled up about me." So
She
she'd be like, "I
sounds
don't look
like her.
like her."
Gosh. Well,
Yeah, the voice definitely all the
Yeah.
time. It's crazy. That's
yeah,
probably my long lost sister. We don't even know it.
I know.
You know what? People, what's the dude, Gates on PBS hooking up people all the time with their relatives. You never know.
You never
Your
know.
first cousin, you
Yeah,
don't even know.
Yes.
Yeah.
right.
Now, when did you start making men's clothes? What caused
Oh
you to want to
wow.
do men's clothes?
Hmm.
Just last year, my dad passed last July, right before
Oh,
Fashion Week, and I wanted to dedicate my collection to him. So I wanted to actually introduce men's look, things that I know that he would wear or would want to wear, and just dedicate that whole portion of my show to him. So that's really why I got into it. I was really just only doing women's up
Right.
until then, but I actually like it. So the menswear I did was exciting. You guys are a whole lot less dramatic than my female clients
Hmm.
and models. And it was just good, and it was actually where the men's clothes became where they were unisex. Like women could wear them as well, the way that they were tailored. So I'm kind of going into something now where it's going to be kind of genderless, like anybody can wear. So some like they always have like the boyfriend jeans, like girls stealing their boyfriend jeans. Well, now y'all can both buy one outfit and share it, and make it work however you want to make it. But that's kind of how
Unisex. Yeah.
unisex. The line's going to be genderless. But I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing men's, and a lot of my guy friends are like finally off my back because they've been on my neck, like right here. Like, okay, we keep coming to these shows, girl, and so they were excited. I was glad to offer them up something because men follow their wives to show their girlfriends, or they come and there's never anything for them. I'm so
Correct.
sorry for y'all. I got the smallest area in the stores.
Hmm.
You guys like a 2x4 rack, and it's the same stuff every year. So it
Hmm.
was good to just offer something with some flavor, you know.
Because your
So it
So,
fedoras
was good
are
to do that.
unisex too, right? Because your
Yeah,
fedoras fly off, and a lot of them are unisex.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
so I'm gonna ask the question. You're here on this early morning doing mommy duties and looking fabulous. Is your husband as fabulous as you are?
He tries to be. He tries to be. We are. What's the word? We're calmly and happily separated. So,
Okay.
but he does his thing. He thinks he does his thing. But yeah, we were free spirit. I'm a free spirit in the world right now.
Oh.
Let me just say
Wait,
about
wait, let
Kato's
me
fedora.
before you say that. See, you
That was
wasn't.
that was a soft drop to say we ain't together.
Wait. No. I'm like say, see, you ain't
But he
supposed
said
to.
he does his thing. That's how he became my husband. He did
Wait.
his thing. So yeah.
You weren't supposed to say that because now people gonna be in your DM, woman of God. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let us pray over the fashion week. see, we was trying to keep it there. Now you gonna get that woman of God a DM now.
But
Oh
let
my
me
God,
take it
that's
back to the
hilarious.
fedora. Let me take it back to the
Right,
fedora.
right,
Okay.
right.
Because there was a show, what was it? Run the World. Kato's fedora was featured in the season 2 opening. Because one of the young ladies, one of the stars of the show, when we do product placement, because like I said, her stuff has been featured in The Young and the Restless. It's been on Run the World, and we dressed people for the Grammys last year, the Oscars as well as one of the Clark sisters for the Grammys Awards last year. She received her Lifetime Achievement Award. So we've been
Yeah.
doing, lots and lots and lots. And so actually, I don't know if Kato, we're doing the seminar on the business behind fashion or the business side of fashion. So if you ever inspired to be in the fashion world, we would give you an inside scoop on what it's like to partner with people or dress. God, Kato, give him an insight on some of the people that you've dressed or some of the people that you've worked with, because she's worked with a ton of people, the Bill Walton Foundation and
I was going to ask that.
the Bill Clinton Foundation in Arkansas. So give me
Yeah.
an inside, view of everybody that you've worked with. Just because, like you said, just because you live in Arkansas doesn't mean that your scope does not reach
That's right.
beyond Arkansas.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, from Estelle to Jill Scott,
The
Jackie
president
from
of
the
Liberia.
Clark sisters, yes,
Wow.
Ashley Atkinson. So many great. It's great when you're able to dress people that you admire. Miss Universe, Layla Lopez. When people call you and just want to work with you, and they already know you. Like I never. When I'm talking to Miss Jackie from the Clark sisters, and she is a Project Runway fan.
Jackie
Okay,
loves fashion.
so she's running down all the episodes, and it's just cool because you think these people are too busy, like Queen Latifah, all these people that you meet them and they know who you are.
Hmm.
Those are the moments where you're like, okay, wow, God, you
Wow.
know what I'm saying? I met SWV and been able to do some stuff with them, and when you meet them and they're like, we watch you on TV and we've seen your work, and it humbles you. It humbles you to know that people you admire seeing your work, and there's a sisterhood of people who want to still work with you. Like when I did the stuff with Jill Scott, it was for the Tyler Perry opening for his studio,
I heard
and
for that. Yeah.
it was just a loner. But I got a text right after my show in New York at Fashion Week from her stylist saying we need that cape for Jill. So I sent it because I love her. Because I honestly don't fool with celebrities because they want more than they give.
Right.
But I love her and I love her vibe, and I feel like she's kind of like me, just down and rooted and just cooling down, cooler earth.
Hmm.
And I noticed that it hadn't came back. So I texted like, hey, when you guys can ship the kimono here, and he's like, oh, she wants it. She does not want to send it back. And it's very rare that you work with celebrities where they actually want to buy your pieces.
Right.
She's like, I want to pay for this. Like, it made me feel so
Wow.
regal, and it made me feel seen that night. And for her to be like, to say that, that's what I want my clothes to do for people is therapy.
Yes.
Like, when you put it on, you might not be the prettiest girl in the world on an everyday basis, but you put something I make on and go somewhere, like, people are going to finally see you because it's going to
Yes.
give you that aura, that regalness, that queen. And all night, she's like, I got compliments all night. It was just amazing for her to send me that personal review and say, like, my clothes did that for her, and she is who she is. And that meant a lot for me, for her to want to buy it for me, because we're artists and we have amazing things, but sometimes people just want to borrow it and send it back to you, like, but that's not going to get me where I need to go.
That's
so
right.
I appreciate her supporting my business, and I hope more celebrities will actually be that way, because they have more than we have, and all sometimes we want is just for you to just comment and say, I made the dress.
Right.
And sometimes they don't even do that. They'll just wear your stuff and not even give you the
Credit.
respect because you're not Gucci or Louis or whoever. But those people are like way above. They already have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we just need that one line for Beyonce to say, "Oh, I wore Korto Momolu." That can change my life.
That's right.
There's a girl on the internet right now. She has a T-shirt line called "Message in a Bottle," and I think
I saw that.
the owner of the Slutty Vegan line wore her stuff and commented she made almost $50,000 in one day.
Wow.
Just because this one person spoke her name and mentioned that she was wearing
saw
something,
that.
people flocked to her website, and it takes nothing from you. It costs you nothing. And it wasn't something that she even set up. She just happened to buy it and loved it and said, I'm going to tell somebody about this young woman. And just like that, you change somebody's life. So I think we just have to do better. We have to do better and be better with those things. But,
and let me say this, because I'm going to the Stellars, and I might want to have the whole, I might want to have that real regal look. But one of the things that I want to say is what you are saying about how we support one another and things that don't cost us anything. And so I want to say this to everyone. This opportunity that is coming for you to attend the fashion show, to get your tickets, to be a part of it if you are a vendor with great product and you want your product to be seen. This is an opportunity for like minds and people to come together. For those people that says, we wish we had things like Los Angeles or New York, this is the opportunity for you to see it. You can come dressed to the nine, feel all the fashion, walk in there. I'm looking for I'm going to call their names out, Mr. Black and everybody else, to be up in the house, because this is going to be African culture at its best, fashion at its best, on the highest level. So I want to break this down for everybody. For those of you guys that are inspiring models, this is an opportunity for you to be on the highest level, and you never know where it's going to take you. For those that love fashion and that said they want something that's upscale, that has this and that has that, this is your fashion show. If you miss the Ebony Fashion Fair, you won't miss it after you go
and we do.
go here.
And look, I'm looking to make this an annual event. So if y'all show up for me, I will show up for you. Because Kato and I, like I said, we have been, glued to each other's hip from 2008, and we want to do things. We want to bring things together. So if you want us to show up for you, then show up for us. Because we would love to do things like this. Kato has so many people that we can reach out to, and I have so many people that I can reach out to. So we want to bring things to you, but we want you to help us to bring them to you.
Yeah.
So if you show up for us, we will show up for you, because we want to do things outside.
Support.
We want to just go to Atlanta and Los Angeles and stuff. We want to bring this. This is America's finest.
Yes,
San
it
Diego
is
a beautiful, beautiful city. I
Wonderful.
tell people all the time, I love San Diego.
Yeah.
And I would love to bring things back. You remember Earl and Leonard back in the 90s when we used to have street scene and when your beautiful gospel fest. I tell Leonard all the time, me and my husband go to your gospel fest every year.
Yes.
I can tell you for the last 10 years who's at gospel fest, because we were there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Soon as I tell my husband all the time, go in and see who's coming to the gospel fest. We don't go to nothing else. We going to the gospel fest.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we go to that every year.
Yeah.
So we, those are things that we like to do. That's our summer. We plan our whole vacations around who's going to be at the Gospel Fest, and then we go to everything else.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we want to bring things here. So help us to help you, because these are the things that we love to do.
You,
Because I always tell people, if you give Kato some,
mhm.
some merchandise or some fabrics, and give her, a few hours, she would come out there with a rack of clothes, because
yeah.
Joanne's was her fabric sponsor for her show at Fashion Week, and the
Wow.
executive producer from, the Sherry Shepherd show. A couple weeks later, we was on the Sherry Shepherd show
Yeah.
because
John,
they
So
were
so
flabbergasted
John.
by her design.
so let me say this,
Mhm.
because we have to make this big. So
We have to.
what I want to do is, we started now. The show is June 15th. I think that we have to do check-ins. Have you guys come back on the show, maybe introduce the models that you've signed, give
Okay.
snapshots and things of that nature. Let's do as much promotion as we can.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
Kato, even if you will do like a video that say, "Hey, I'm coming to your city," and
Mm-hmm.
we'll post it up on
Mm-hmm.
all social media.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackie, as we get together today,
Okay.
we'll talk about the other vehicles that we want to do this to make it the spot
Okay.
for all of us. So
Okay.
we're gonna
I can do that
contact,
for you.
yeah, we're gonna contact all the people that love fashion, black,
Sororities.
white, yeah,
Sororities. We
everything,
need to
yeah,
hit the African American sororities.
Okay.
Those women
Because
will
I used to work with the San Diego, what was it, SDSU, African American. Is that still a thing?
the
They
panhandle
used to
the
have,
panhandle.
Panhellenic,
I don't know, They used to have a, what was it, SDSU, what was it? Because I used to work
Divine
with
They,
them when
Nine,
I was in
they got a black
2.5, the
student
alumni
union.
association. Yeah.
yeah,
They got a black student
yeah.
union
She's talking about the
The
too.
Divine
Black
Nine.
Student Union at SDSU. I used to work with them quite a bit.
Okay.
Are they still around?
They're still
Yes,
around. And I'm
they're
gonna
the
reach out to some
Africana
of them.
Student Union now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So yeah.
with
So there
that
are so
being
many
said,
organizations that was around then that aren't around now though
yeah.
too. So.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, this is what want you to do. We got other people that come on here. They want you to connect with the African American educators,
Okay.
AAAE. So we're going to start getting all. We want to
We
get
gotta
all
back
the
this
African
out.
American organizations that we do know, and we're going to let them know about it. We want to get them. Will there be group sales? That's what somebody wants to know. If people want to buy in groups,
What do you mean by group sales?
like they want to buy a bulk of
It was
10,
10 or more
15,
people.
or something like
Oh,
that.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. And also, I just had an epiphany last night. God put this on my spirit because of where we're having the show, and because I'm a proud Navy veteran. I think I'm gonna give a discount to my veterans. Shout
Okay.
out to the veterans in the house.
Okay.
I think that's
So I
great,
think I'm
Jackie.
gonna hit up my IT young lady and let her know that I'm going to give a discount to veterans for the
Okay.
show.
So
Wow.
we
This is
we
at
will
Liberty
hit that.
Station, and that used to be NTC.
Yep.
So and I wasn't stationed there, but I used to do a lot of stuff at NTC back
Yeah.
in the day. So MCRD is still there, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I'm going to do a discount for my veterans.
Well, with that being said, we could talk on forever.
I know,
We are so
Jackie.
excited about you.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie, you already know you family, but sister Kato, now you family all the way in.
I'm family now.
And,
Thank you.
and so my family is originally from Arkansas, so you in good spirit.
And my
Oh,
family
no.
is, and my
Yeah,
family,
yeah,
my
Awesome.
mama's
yeah,
family's from Arkansas,
yeah.
Wapasika,
Where?
Wap,
Y'all gotta let me know when y'all come to town now, so
Wapasika,
I can
Pine
play out
Bluff,
the city.
Little
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Little Rock, Pine
Yeah,
Bluff,
let me
where?
know when you
yeah.
come to town. I love
Okay.
to host you guys.
Where's
Uh,
your
Some
family from,
African
Linda?
food.
they're from Pine Bluff, and I believe it
Okay.
is Love. I think it is.
Wow, and
Yeah.
my dad's side of the family is from West Helena,
I,
Arkansas.
I've been to
And
West
I'm like,
Helena.
golly, I
Yeah.
know Arkansas is in
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Okay.
So
Like, I didn't think I ever told
That's
you that.
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
So
we're
yeah.
ex- we're very excited about this, and we don't want to just make this a one-off. And so we're
Yeah.
gonna get the social media going. We want to start creating a buzz, and then Jackie,
Thank you.
the different TV stations, we're gonna connect that so we
Yes.
can do that too,
Yes.
well in
Definitely.
advance. But we want to make this a sellout. And the reason why we want to make it a sellout is because we're continuing to bring high level activities to our city. That's why they're building a new sports arena. That's why they built a new stadium. That's why they're
These new
building all this
sports teams.
stuff, because of the fact that this is a destination place, And if it's a destination place, we want it to also be a fashion destination
Definitely.
place.
Yeah.
Amen.
Definitely.
How much are tickets? Because I'm looking on the flyers. I don't see how much tickets are for the actual event.
General admission is 75, and then so first VIP is 125. But when you get your VIP, you're getting a VIP bag. And baby, when I tell you getting a VIP bag, in the VIP bag, you're gonna get the VIP bag.
Very
So
reasonable.
it's not gonna be just a VIP bag with just like a little bit of stuff in. You're gonna get a nice VIP bag. So let me just tell you that.
Yeah.
So the VIP ticket comes with a nice swag bag.
Okay.
And then the row after that is 100, and then general admission is 75.
Okay.
That's
Now,
Like I
very
said,
reasonable.
keep in mind that I'm giving discounts for the general admission row for my Navy veterans. But not that just Navy, because I'm giving veterans in general a discount.
Mhm.
well, okay. So can I ask? Can I do my bougie question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at the end of the runway, those seats right there, right? Are those VIP seats?
At the end of the runway,
Yeah.
yes. The first row on each section is VIP. So there's like 4 sections. Each section on the front row of each section is VIP.
Okay, because when I get my VIP tickets, I want to be able to select my seat for my crew, and I want to come in. I want to come in either late or right before everything starts. So
And sit in your VIP
yeah,
seat.
yeah. And I'm gonna have security. Security
Okay,
walk me in.
Tell him to sit down.
I'll be just like Russell Simmons.
Tell him to sit down. Tell him to sit
And
down.
when you have your VIP ticket, you will be handed your swag bag on the way in, because I've had shows in the past, and Katoka can attest to this when she talked about Mid-South Fashion Week in Memphis. And I made the mistake of putting the gift bag in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a mistake because people were stealing the swag bag.
Stealing
yeah.
the
Not
swag
doing
bag.
that this year.
Yeah, and
So when you have your VIP ticket, as you're coming in the door, you will be handed your gift bag. So
is there an age range on this?
no, I don't
Okay.
think so.
To attend, no.
Okay.
No, you can bring your children.
Okay.
Now, do she make clothes for the normal general people? Because everybody's not a Jill Scott, so they don't have the platinum money.
Oh
But do she?
yeah, for sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Because I'm
Like, I
a
just
shopper.
finished- oh yeah, it's for everybody. Like right now, I'm doing prom, and I only do prom for Arkansas girls. I don't do out of state. So all the girls locally here who wanted a custom prom dress,
I was already
I
gonna
made
do
their
that.
dresses.
But you're doing it
Yeah,
in conjunction
I'm
with
for the
Joanne.
people.
She's doing a prom
Yeah, I'm
promotion in
for the
conjunction
people.
with Joanne. Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause-
Yeah, and Joanne's helped me give one away for free. So we just launched the winner on my page yesterday.
Wow.
So I got to make her dream dress for her. So yeah, I'm definitely for the people. And one good thing about me, like I think that's what separated me from the rest, and I've been able to work since 2008.
Right.
Is because I've always been about real people, real women, real sizes. I don't live in that fake world. Like, it's so fake, I can't do it. So, like, yeah, in my world, people eat potatoes and they eat, oxtails.
Right.
They gotta fit in their clothes.
She's
And
Arkansas.
they want to look amazing
She's
and
Arkansas.
like me. So, yeah. Yeah.
Praise the
we
Lord for
look the real
oxtails.
people.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
We got our feet on the ground planted.
I think I'm
strong.
going. I was supposed to be out of town, but
Y'all
I
should
think
come.
I
I'd
think.
love to meet you in person.
Oh, I love
Thank
fashion.
you so
He'll tell
much.
you. I love
Yeah.
clothes, so I'm gonna have to
Okay.
come. And Jackie, we need to reconnect. So, does he have your information?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we
Yeah.
need to hook
I've
back
been
up.
to your offices, your beautiful offices, and I'm going to come back today. So I'll be there.
Okay, because I need to get your information from him.
Okay, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
So with that being said, now see everybody look at there like say, okay, y'all handling business on the radio. We got this.
I'm
we got
excited.
this.
We finna do it.
And so everybody's listening. I know that you guys have brilliant ideas to make this a success.
Yes.
Make sure you inbox us, call us, let us know how. I want everybody. How many people could get in the space?
345.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We
So
can do
so
that.
I need everybody to put 5 on it.
We can do that.
I need y'all to get 5 folks to get their tickets in the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. 5 folks to get to. Now, all I need right now, if 5 into 300, right? All I need is 60 of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting a
Now,
VIP.
Well, I know, but let me finish.
Okay.
And if some of you guys are really feeling it,
I am.
and you guys say, look, I got 10 on it, then I only need 30 of y'all to step up. Because it's gonna sell, but we want to sell this out very quickly. And you might say, Dr. LT, why are you pushing so hard? I'm pushing so hard because this is an opportunity for our youth and young adults to see what we grew up on.
Yes.
It is the
Yes.
opportunity to let them know it don't matter where you come from, what you look like,
Doesn't.
where your mama and them is from.
Doesn't.
If God is giving you a vision in your life, he will bring it to pass if you stay the course. So this is a testimony that we need our young and youth and young adults to see. I'm going to call, the fashion company. I got a couple of fashion companies that got sunglasses and everything else. I'm going to tell them, look, y'all need to get in,
They need to be
get your
there.
booths. Now, listen, before I leave, the booths, let's talk about the vendor stuff.
Uh-huh. So if you want to be a vendor, the vendor fee is $300, and the vendor tables are 6-foot tables and 8-foot tables. Now, if you want to be a designer, it's the same cost, I believe, but all the information is on fashiontink.com.
All right.
But like I was saying as well, and there will be food. I am serving food.
Okay.
Food and drink, and most of the time when you go to fashion shows, there is no food served, but I am serving food. So
You
All
better
right.
come on through, sister. I'm there.
Well,
I'm there.
we can talk
Yes,
we can keep
yes.
on talking. Kato, tell them how they can find you. Jackie, tell them how they can find you so that y'all can hook up with her besides just on the website. If they want to follow
Yeah.
you and hang with y'all, how can they do
Okay.
so?
You can find me at lauderdalemedia.com. That's LAUDERDALEMED media.com or fashiontink.com. That is fashion and tea. Fashion TEN. What is it? It's early.
Mm-hmm.
FASHIONTEENT.com.
Gotcha.
And Kato, your turn.
I'm Korto Momolu on all platforms. So KORTOMOMOLU. And final word is this: listen, we always talk about going to shows and we don't have any black designers, and we want to. This is how you support a black designer to get to where they need to be so they can be in the store so you can purchase them. We got to start here. Support your own. You can come wearing your Louis and Gucci, but having a Korto Momolu is where it's really at. That's top tier.
And I'm
Amen.
gonna say this: we're gonna ask you to stop saying your name because every time you say it, it's like you flirting with people. You better stop it. You better
I'm
stop
about
it.
to go check my DMs. I'm about to go check my DMs. My sugar daddy might be in there today.
Well, with that being said, it's been a great interview, and I'm gonna play a song that you said that you love so much, Sister Jackie. This is Donald Lawrence. Encourage yourself, right here on GOD Radio 1.
.com.
Amen. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.